It's the 10 to 1 podcast with your host, Brad Oman, featuring Ben Conowitz and Nate Laux. And here's the podcast.
Hey. What is that? No, don't help. No. Oh, this is not good.
It's the 10 to 1 podcast.
That's not even at all the theme song.
It's a new theme.
I'm Miles telling you, no.
That's how you want to start this podcast.
That's
what you want to do instead?
You know what?
That's what you want to do instead?
Thanks for the 4 listeners that have kept with us now through that
Jeez
show.
Louise.
Oh, my
By the way,
word.
I want to get something out of the way out of the top because it's been a sensitive issue. I've noticed a lot of people talking about it, and it's a pretty big thing.
What?
Some people
I genuinely don't know where it's going with this.
some people have been complaining about my spicy mouth, and I want
First of all, don't phrase it like that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody said
some people have been complaining. I got a hot tamale of a mouth, and
I don't know that's much
I want
better.
you to know. I'm gonna curtail it just for the people out there that have soft baby ears. But I will not make it easy. I will not make it easy.
Are you saying that we, Nate and I, with the baby ears, are saying, hey, it's a family show. Easy.
First of all, it's not a family show. but
get you to admit.
But because it is network TV that we are talking about, I will curtail it. But also because it's network TV, I'm gonna have so much flurgin fun coming up with fun words to replace it. You're gonna hate the fact that I'm not swearing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, look at what we had. Roth.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Matthew, who commented on our Spotify feed just a couple weeks ago. We didn't give him a shout out yet, but on the Bad Bunny episode, he commented, "Your pod does not pop up with the rest of my new pods I'm subscribed to, and I always have to remind myself to manually search for you. Now listening on Thursday instead of Monday. What's the point anymore, right, Matthew? I get it." And then he says, "Ooh-wee.
Is that Mr. Poopy Butthole?
What's up with that? What's up with that?"
It's interesting. That's not the first time we have heard this issue, and we're not exactly sure why, because another listener, our friend Andy Tucholsky, says that sometimes he doesn't get the new episodes directly in his feed, even though he is also subscribed to the podcast. So I don't know if it's like an RSS issue, if it's a iTunes thing. I don't know what you guys are using for podcasts, but maybe try and unsubscribe and resubscribe. I really don't know why this is happening.
Are you blaming it on them mostly, though?
No, it's got to be some kind of weird breakdown in the middle somewhere.
Would you like to take any sort of personal responsibility for it?
Absolutely forking not.
Oh, here we go. It's starting.
But also, it's fun to see your guys' comments, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify or wherever it is. If you want to contribute to the conversation, we will try to read those.
We love giving you
on the show. So
the re-shout out.
And we also will play audio clips if you want to do that instead, if you don't want to send in a text or comment somewhere because you're trying to hide from the government.
Just a lot of big fart noises coming our way.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, just real wet blasters.
That's worse than swearing somehow.
That's his point.
You're welcome.
Exactly
Oh, boy.
what he wants.
All right, let's get into it. Miles Teller.
Yeah,
Episode 4, Season 51.
absolutely.
Had you guys heard of him before?
I've seen him once or twice.
Yeah, he was in one of the Transformers movies, right?
That's Shia LaBeouf, I think, that you're remembering.
Oh, he's
He was in Whiplash.
He was in the Sonic the Hedgehog video games.
That's wrong. He was a Whiplash.
What is that guy's name?
And then he was, that's the movie you're talking about, James Marsden.
No, actually, this is a really nerdy deep cut. Tails' real name is Miles. So,
is that what you're going with?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Can you start swearing again? I don't like any of this so far.
You bet you're flinging ass I can.
Oh, boy.
Ass is okay on network TV.
So, Miles Teller, he even mentioned in his monologue of Maverick, Top Gun Maverick fame. He's also been in quite a few movies by now. He's a pretty, you'd consider him an A-list actor, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely an A-list
firmly
actor.
A-list.
Yeah.
I was excited for this one to come up. He's only hosted once before in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you think, first of all, of the cold open there, Mr. Nate?
Well, this cold open real quick, for those of you that haven't watched yet, Miles Teller was in this cold open, which is the 3rd episode in a row that the host has been in the cold open. Which
Oh, wow. Yeah, good call.
Very
rarely happens.
Very, very rare. I mean, it rarely happens for them to be in it at all, and to have 3 episodes in a row is kind of crazy. But Miles Teller played Andrew Cuomo. This was a parody of the 2025 New York City mayoral election. They also brought in Rami Youssef as Zohran Mamdani and Shane Gillis as Curtis Sliwa. Those three together, it was so much fun. And
such a surprise.
This is a political cold open, but it wasn't really political. It was just about like them kind of making commentary on the idiosyncrasies of those characters. I know just enough about the New York City mayoral candidates to know enough to laugh, but I thought it was very, very funny. What'd you guys think?
No, this was great. This was a lot of fun. It's one of those things where even though we're not New Yorkers, like there's enough here that like you just don't really need to understand it. I like the runner of the different sponsors for the debate.
Bike lanes.
And just
Gristetti's Supermarket.
I will say, even though I liked seeing these three together like this, it's a bit frustrating when they don't go with cast members for stuff like this. You know, like sure, it can be fun to bring guests, but do you really need to have all of them be special guests?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. I loved Shane Gillis particularly. I thought he was fantastic as Curtis Sliwa, who is this weird character that does wear that beret because he was, I forget what he did something.
He was in Toy Soldiers.
He was in Street Fighter 2.
But I thought he was great. Yeah, I don't know. I just what was the cast member from a couple years ago that got let go? He was only on for a season, or maybe it was last year. It was last year. He would have done a really good.
Emil Walkham?
Yeah,
You've forgotten his name already.
Yeah, I know.
He would have been literally perfect for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been perfect for that. But maybe they didn't. Who would you put in these roles?
Sorry, guys, we lost our last vaguely ethnic cast member, so we had to bring in a ringer.
It kind of is that way, right?
Ladies,
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leslie Jones. Come on here, Leslie. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't.
Miles Teller's role could have been played by another cast member.
I don't mind that it was this though, because it was something different. And if you're going to do a cold open,
No, for sure.
it's not like they do this all the time.
It was a little bit electric, I thought, really, too. Seeing, the three of them, and it was like, oh, this is something different. This is something fun.
and they all did well.
Yep.
Not too many.
And then we say this. I didn't dislike James Austin Johnson in this either to come through.
Well, I
at the
never
end.
dislike when he shows up.
No, but I liked how they used Trump in this as well. Like, I thought it was pretty funny.
To me, that was my least favorite part because now they've reached the point where it's like, oh, so you'll do a completely different sketch and then you'll just have Trump pop in at the last minute and do his talking to camera thing. It's starting to become the new, fast runner of when he runs through the different topics. And so they're like, we have a new thing. Let's do that now.
I still think, though, at least they didn't do the thing where it's like, oh, Shane Gillis is bad. They didn't. They actually left it surface level, which there's different levels to this thing. And I'm glad that they chose this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Trump has commented a lot on this election. So I thought it was at least relevant there. But and James Austin Johnson's little commentary, little quips about it, I thought they made me laugh. So I didn't hate that part of it.
Also, I paused it immediately when that was a great open to the cold open with Kenan Thompson saying, as the last person to be parodied on SNL, and trust me, it's perfect. So I paused it and I looked him up. I'm like, oh my god, it's Kenan's twin brother. Like it's perfectly cast.
All right, moving on. Miles Teller's monologue. Miles Teller discussed losing his house in the Palisades fire, and he shared that he moved around frequently as a child. He was in Pennsylvania, Georgia, Delaware, Jersey, and Florida before the age of 12. And he's been kind of following SNL for a long time. I thought there was... I didn't think that the makeup of this was bad. I thought the stories were good. I didn't think the delivery was great.
It was not great.
It didn't feel like there was any real structure to the monologue. Like it felt like a rough draft.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the monologue.
Exactly.
So when you don't give, I think this happened with Carpenter as well. When you don't give the audience maybe necessarily the right, like there's where you're supposed to go clap or there's where you're supposed to cheer, then they don't.
Right.
Then it's just you don't know what the next thing to do is.
Yeah.
And so he really, he did fine, but it was just like kind of awkwardly. Oh, what do I do next? Because there wasn't really a reaction to that. It was just
could it also be that he wasn't necessarily in the perfect mindset because he did do the cold open? So he got dressed and then came out.
That's a good.
Maybe, yeah, that's fair.
It's, like it's live theater.
They took him out of his
yeah. You got to get him out of his makeup, get him into his wardrobe.
He was wearing a wig.
You know what? I'll give him a little credit for that. Then that's true.
I'm not saying, but I don't think it was great anyway. But I maybe because he just seemed a little more frazzled, which is a little bit like.
I also wonder if maybe he also wasn't anticipating feeling so many things talking about the Palisades fire and like his home and like, you know.
It's hard for somebody that has that kind of money to say, I lost my house, because the general populace that's in that area that also lost their house maybe don't have the resources to rebuild like him. And I always wonder what that line is like, because he's definitely not saying that to like, like he wasn't.
I feel
doing
like
that.
most people living in the Palisades probably have the means to rebuild their houses.
That's right. I guess maybe just fires in like fire. You know,
but there are certain
a lot of people in California have gone through
you lose
fires.
memories, you lose important things.
No, I get that. But there's a fine line there between wildfires affect people that don't have the means, and when you're lumping yourselves in with the general populace, it can be a little cringy. That's all.
And that's why I think I appreciate it too, that he did say he's like we're fine. Like it's like I'm not a woe is me kind of story.
It's a hard thing to pull off though.
Yeah.
He didn't do well.
Right.
I will say though, I do always like when a host comes on and they're, like we just said, he's an A-list actor, and I could tell SNL's a big deal for him still.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I felt that in this monologue, that this is a big deal for him.
Actually, I'm glad you said that, because I felt that fully at the very end of the cold open. You could see how excited he was to be able to say Live from New York, because hosts rarely get to do that.
Yep.
And I'm sure he was like losing his mind being able to do that.
No, and so I just wish, because I do truly believe him when he says SNL, it was something that I watched no matter where I lived.
Yeah.
And therefore it is kind of a benchmark and kind of a home for me.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that didn't hit as well as I hoped it would.
Yeah, and
especially if it's very true.
Yeah, and the bit that like followed of him like talking about his memories, it was I feel like there could have been more there.
Yeah,
there was a better way to communicate that, I think, and because you saying that now, I'm like, oh, that's really what he was going for. Is this is my home here?
It just didn't come across.
And
that way.
it didn't really come across as well as it should have.
But I'm glad that he, to Brad's point, I'm glad that you see the joy in his face at the end of the cold open, and he really, had a good time.
I also liked the fact that they showed the picture of when him and his sisters dressed as the expert guys, and
hilarious.
And he like made fun of it, because I was like, it doesn't look great because
Not at all.
they don't have facial hair, and he's like, yeah, we just look like Greek men.
Greek men.
All right, moving on. Hungover Halloween game show. Three hungover contestants, played by Miles Teller, Ben Marshall, and Veronica Slowakowska, play a game show where they have to guess what they did the night before. This also had Kenan Thompson, Cam Patterson, Jane Wickline, and Tommy Brennan in it.
Now, Ben, I want you to pay attention to the pattern that emerges across maybe like the first 3 or 4 sketches in this episode.
The pattern that forms?
Yeah, we'll see if you can catch it.
Is it gay for pay?
No.
Okay, that was just his
it's
name.
It's gay faux pay.
Gay faux pay, which got a great laugh from the audience.
Yeah,
but when the name gets a good laugh, you're in for a good one.
I thought this hit well.
I love this.
This is definitely paint by numbers for them. They know what they're doing with this. They've done this before.
I just everything you're in the universe of the game show's winning prize is Pedialyte and a steak or an egg and cheese sandwich. That's amazing. Like it's really smart.
Yeah.
No, this is a lot of fun. I do think that there was some pacing issues a little bit here and there, and it didn't seem like the audience was always fully on board like with certain jokes and whatnot.
I think Keenan Riley smiling here and there with Miles Teller's answers was just a lot of fun. I think it's not like he was breaking, but that led a little bit to the stiltedness, and it was I was there for it though, because I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. I agree with that. But yeah, this was mostly fun. I enjoyed.
You get a chair. Now to steal the chair, that's great.
I did love Ben Marshall's reaction. Be like, I needed this.
Ben Marshall's doing very well as a cast member. I really like a lot of the stuff he's doing, and I could see why they added him to the cast.
When's the last time you had a day like this?
Slowakowska did great.
Yeah.
And Miles, he held his own. I mean, it was fine. Like you said, slightly stilted here and there, but I think that it was again, like the audience not reacting sometimes kind of throws you off a little bit.
I think my favorite thing was them doing the, who hit you? Was it, this boy, this old woman, or the stop sign? And then who did you kiss? Same
three.
options.
Yeah, I love that. That was great.
All right, White House Makeover. The Property Brothers, Miles Teller, helped Donald and Melania Trump, James Austin Johnson and Chloe Feynman renovate the White House. This is obviously a contemporary story because they're doing a big thing to the East Wing of the White House, and bringing the Property Brothers in this was a kind of fun thing. And I was going to say Miles Teller but it was just Miles Teller.
Yeah, and so first things first, I love the tech behind this, being able to make them twins.
Yeah,
Especially he looks a lot like them,
and especially a short period of time, being able to do that and do it well.
Yeah, it was because that's really well done for it being doing this in a couple of days probably.
No, 100%.
But yeah, I was very impressed by the tech part of it, but also it's well written. This is topical. Like this is where Saturday Night Live really knocks it out of the park a lot of times, where you take something that's truly happening in the real world, take another pop culture type thing with the Property Brothers, put them together, and put them in a comedy blender, and this is what comes out.
Yeah, and it
was very good.
You have James Austin Johnson being able to do the things that he does well as Trump. So which one of you is the married to the new girl, and which one of you is the gay?
Right.
Yeah,
so.
It's also one of those things too. I felt like the audience wasn't fully like.
What is going on with the audiences lately? I blame them last week too.
Part of it, I wonder, was if they just weren't if the concept of what Trump has done to the White House was like it's just like too much of a frustrating thing for them to be like laughing about it.
This is too soon.
Yeah, there's a part of me that thinks that maybe that's because like it seemed the stuff that they laughed at was stuff that like it's like it's too real because it sucks that he did it.
So Melania walking through the spooky skeleton and something. She said, "This is for Christmas."
Yeah,
that was really funny.
That and the I also loved that they did the he's talking about he's like we're doing something called coup.
Yeah. They're talking about the size of the model, and he just kept hitting what it was. I can't even remember what he said, like resize, upsize, up, whatever.
Yeah.
Just click, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like, oh my gosh.
I also love the kind of the subtle jabs they're doing with the Scott brothers at each other a little bit, which was also kind of a fun little part of this.
That is if my dumb brother doesn't screw it up.
I like that there was a couple different avenues for humor in this. I thought it was actually very good. I had a lot of fun with this. And I'm not like a Property Brothers fan or anything, but I obviously know who they are. And I thought it was a clever way of actually making light of the issue at hand, which SNL has always done. They always take hard issues and they try to bring comedy to it. So people start laughing at this. It doesn't mean that you're condoning it. It doesn't mean that you're supporting it. It's just funny. It's okay to laugh.
And also, I didn't have to look up that the Property Brothers is a real show.
It's about time.
One of them I knew.
I also really liked the joke about he was like Bill Clinton said that was his favorite part of the presidency. Really, Bill Clinton said that the movie theater was the favorite part of being the president.
His presidency. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, there was a lot of really great jokes in this. So I don't know why people don't.
I'm very, very happy with this one.
No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
Yep.
All right, hockey PSA. Hockey players played by Miles Teller, Ben Marshall, and Tommy Brennan film a PSA for the National Hockey League's Community Outreach Day. This also had Ashley Padilla, Andrew Dismukes, Veronica Slowakowska, and Jeremy Colleen.
Chase Kidd.
Sorry, I'm just laughing already.
Predator.
What did you think of this one, Brady Bear?
This was great. I wasn't sure where this was going, and then once they got there, it was absolutely hilarious.
You know, it's funny when I'm already starting to laugh just thinking about the sketch.
Yeah.
This was just really, really well written and really funny.
This also reminds me of a little bit of a throwback to like when instead of Andrew Dismukes, it would have been like a Fred Armisen as an avant-garde filmmaker that doesn't really put up with stuff. So I like that there's somebody else that can kind of portray that, because they were great as the weird filmmakers. Like, oh, come on, what's wrong?
Oh, it's going to be one of those days.
With completely irrational concerns. I loved it. Yeah, Miles Teller did great.
Yeah, Miles Teller was hilarious in this. His delivery was so good.
It was such a nice touch, too, to have...
Easy.
The two people appear with the other players, then have an actual child appear for Miles Teller's.
That's so good. No, and talk about the good escalation.
That's what I was going to say, the escalation.
They kept going with it in the right way, but it didn't have to go too off the rails. Like, this is a really good sketch.
Yeah.
We record this on Sunday night, so a lot of times we don't know who wrote the sketches yet, but I will credit, I don't know who wrote this, but kudos to the writer, because it is hard to get escalation in something like this to continue going.
Absolutely.
And it was escalated, and it has to be escalated. That's the whole point of this type of sketch, but they did a great job
with the how do you end this, right? Because that's always the question with a sketch like this. A sketch like this is like brought to you by White Castle or whatever the hell they're going to do.
Yeah.
But instead, they turned it, right? Like, oh, actually, no, I do. On that one, I see you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you need to do. It's a good lesson, and it's sometimes you just need to call attention to the thing and let it be done.
Yeah. Did you notice the trend for these first three sketches?
Yeah, Miles Teller was in all of them.
So is it because I don't know.
So in the first one, it's about about a hangover.
Yeah.
The second one is about doing a renovation,
Yeah.
and the third one is about being a predator.
Okay, so you're just trying to say there's a theme here?
Yeah. What do you think the theme is?
Is it because I drink too much and I'm having a house renovation here pretty soon?
And you're a predator?
And I love the movie Predator.
No, you're a child predator.
I'm not a child. Jesus Christ. I'm surrounded by predator stuff in my room, and what I mean by that is...
Yep, I'll bet you are.
we need to turn this into a
Digging
video.
yourself into a
we need
deeper
to
hole.
Turn this into a video podcast immediately because I got to defend myself here.
Oh, so you want to show a video of you being a predator?
Yeah, the right kind of predator. No. That.
We won.
Got him.
I got a doll here from...
Yep, sure do.
That's an action figure.
Hold on.
Don't say doll.
Hold on.
Damn it.
I think coming down the stairs, that's Chris Hansen. Sorry.
Let me just go put this Zima away.
All right, moving on.
Kids like Zima, right?
Kids love Zima.
Missing Wives docu-series, a new Netflix true crime show. Is this, by the way, real quick, time out real quick. Is this a real crime show? Is this a new thing?
I mean, there's like a lot.
Missing Wives.
I don't know if there's just like a trend of like specifically about missing wives, but like there's
True
definitely.
crime, yeah.
We're going to look this up. It's going to be
I
a
know.
real show.
A new Netflix true crime show about three husbands played by Miles Teller, Ben Marshall, and Mikey Day, whose wives all mysteriously disappeared, with Veronica Slowakowska, Ashley Padilla, and Sarah Sherman playing the wives. This is a pre-tape. I loved this. This was one that I actually shared with people.
If you were going to ask Ashley, Brad, this would be 4 for 4.
Yeah, that would make sense actually.
Because I'm like, where'd she go? Oh, she's at horsing around a Boy Scouts camp. Is she staying the night? I forget. I had Ender with me all day yesterday, and I kept thinking Ashley and Rune are going to walk in the door at any moment. They're staying the night in Michigan. And I'm like, where are they? It really happened.
That's funny.
I called the police.
This was so well done.
It was so well done.
The little just comedy bits in this were so good. The performances, not only by the husbands but the wives, was perfect.
I mean, Keenan's kids coming up and him being like the
Two little men.
This is actually probably one of my favorite sketches of the season so far. I really thought this was
very,
because
very
it wasn't just well performed. It was just really well written too. I really liked this. What do you think, Brad?
No, I thought it was hilarious. The escalation of like how obvious it was that like they told them where they were going and everything.
Also, Sarah Sherman, just the little things, right? Like I was dumping,
Yeah.
and then like I took a shower because of course. Like it's just like even her character has depth to it with that. Like,
I know I have a
love
bigger chin than that.
it. Yeah, just stuff like that, man. It's so good.
And
I couldn't find my phone, so in a sketcher.
Miles Teller reading the notes on the refrigerator.
Yeah,
It just
what does this mean?
I loved it
Yeah,
so
and
much.
this is just very clever, very very clever.
Yeah.
I laughed really really hard at this.
All right, moving on. Newsroom. News anchors Chloe Feynman and Kenan Thompson keep getting interrupted while on air. So we have Bowen Yang, Mikey Day, Miles Teller, Cam Patterson, and Jane Wickline. This was just a physical humor sketch, right? This is just almost like a old school, like walking into a plank kind of thing in a sketch form, and it's risky, right? Because that's essentially the bit. That is the bit. You're just doing physical stuff. Ben, what'd you think of this one?
I'm glad they go for this every once in a while where they've got some real physicality happening, because we know how hard this is to choreograph. I do give them a little bit of leeway. Obviously, I would have liked to see a little more. If you're gonna do it, the weird thing to me, I guess, was that the reset just kept being, oh, sorry about that. And it's like there needed to be maybe something else going on with the anchors. It was just too weird to keep going back to, oh, sorry, oops, sorry. But everything in the background I really liked. Like, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, it opens with Mikey Day.
Oh,
that's a big one.
Yeah, that fall with the drinks splashing everywhere was
awesome.
really good.
That was great. And it was so great because I definitely didn't see it coming.
No.
I didn't, because like when you look at the set, you don't even realize that that's a sturdy part of it.
Yeah.
You think that maybe that's just going to be something he walks behind. My God, he hits it hard and fall. I mean, it's giving me the guy who walked into a spiderweb vibes a little bit. Like he really goes all out for it.
That is the hard thing, though. When you start the sketch with the hardest laugh of the sketch, and that is the hard thing.
And actually, I'm
the one with the what is it called? Manga?
Manga, yeah.
Oh my God! And Miles Teller in that blonde wig.
Well, the wig, he made look a real doucher.
Oh, douche.
But also the timing of the punch on the screen
was very well
done.
done.
Very well
done.
So actually, I'm glad you brought up the fact that the missing wives sketch works for you as well, because this one actually I think also carries the streak. Because
now what about this one?
well,
could
Miles
possibly-
Teller's character did get reported to HR, and the first thing he says when he comes in, he's like, "Hey, if you got a problem with me and tell HR, come to me first."
Okay, that's never happened.
So these are all sketches about Ben.
Man,
It's
this is very telling.
okay.
I did like this so far.
Yeah.
I was watching
I'm
this.
riding
I'm going,
high on this
I'm
episode, by
liking
the way.
this
This is
episode.
very
No,
good.
it's a really
I've
good
been pretty
episode.
critical,
So, also-
more critical of this season so far, and I've really liked it.
The effect too of having the printer spark,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then Bowen getting electrocuted worked really well too.
It was over the top. He calls her a bitch, and I didn't see that coming
Yeah.
either. Like, whoa, okay. It is. Do you guys agree that it is easier to find something like this funny when the sketches before it were funny as well? Because like just the lead into it.
there's
is-
momentum for
like,
sure.
Yeah, I think that's a real thing. And so you string.
We're having
together
fun. We're having fun, right?
Four sketches in a row where I was really having a good time.
Yeah.
it's easy to laugh at this one being very, very well done.
Yeah, because they got you. They got
Yeah,
you. Right?
I'm locked in, man.
I agree. All right. Moving on. It is time for a weekend update with Colin Jost and Michael Che. Brad, get out your phone because we don't believe you unless you put it in.
That's weird.
All right, Ben, explain the barometer for our
I
listeners,
don't
please.
think we need to anymore. Do we?
No, I think we do because we always get new
Okay,
listeners. Our numbers go
if
up.
there's new listeners, we rate. Brad rates the barometer is. You know what? Why don't you explain it, Brad?
No.
No, it's like the Rotten Tomatoes tomatometer on a scale of 0 to
I hate
100.
that. The second time he's done that, and it really just rubs me the wrong
The
way.
tomatometer.
No,
Yeah.
the tomatometer is a real
He
thing.
doesn't know how to read.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to write either. So, joke's on me.
Gotcha.
Anyway, it is a scale of 0 to 100. We make Brad put it into his calculatory device beforehand because we do not trust him. And typically, if it's a good episode of Weekend Update, that'll give it a good rating. But also, it's the back and forth between Che and Jost, right? Do they have any interaction that's above and beyond? That'll really spike up the numbers a bit. And then as well as having good bits at Weekend Update. Those three things put together gives you a score of 0 to 100. Typically, he's somewhere between 70 and 90. I mean, that's typically where he's at. I think there wasn't a lot of interaction between Che and Jost this time. I think it was a fairly decent episode of Weekend Update. So I'm going to go a little lower. I'm going to say 78.
Ooh, I'm going to go with 81.
Oh, you guys are shooting for the moon here. 72.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty low this
Oh,
time.
I know.
I do agree.
I know. You did-
But he's been so high lately, though. I thought maybe
Yeah.
just backing off
Hasn't
slightly.
been that high.
He's been like in the 80s.
No.
Yo, you've been higher
One
than...
of them was 78.
Okay, so this is by far
By far.
the worst.
This is the lowest of the season.
The worst. This is the
The
worst.
worst of the season, according
Yeah.
to Brad.
But not
Why
bad.
did you, no, but why'd you hate this
why'd you
one?
hate
No,
this
no,
one?
but not bad.
No, but a C minus isn't good, though.
It's just the lowest score.
C
right?
minus is not good, though.
It's mostly because
I'm not happy when my kids get a C minus.
there was like
I put him outside when they get a C minus.
well, you were kind of hard to please. But the
Fair. It's fair assessment.
the weekend update was not bad. There was just not a lot of
There
interaction, not
wasn't.
a lot of camaraderie, and even though weekend update was solid, it wasn't like one of the like I was laughing so much. Like there weren't any like hard hitting jokes for me. I think for me the best one I loved was the one about the dog and the black lab. That was hilarious.
I like that one. I also like Japan's Prime Minister Nobel Peace Prize joke. Where it's like, I'm glad I get to say it. Like, don't listen to a woman. That's a tough joke, man. I laughed.
No. I thought it was fine. I thought some of the jokes were good. Like you said, I didn't think there was any attempts to kind of play off of each other in this, which is fine. Nor, let's go to the weekend updates bits real quick because I thought they were fine, but I didn't.
Oh, I think the second one is fantastic.
All right, let's go with George Santos. George Santos, played by Bowen Yang, stops by Weekend Update to discuss the New York City Marathon and how prison changed him. What did you think of this bit?
Is it just me, or for maybe like the first half of it, did it seem like Bowen Yang was doing Pat?
I think it's because you've been watching a lot of Pat lately.
I know.
I just watched that documentary. That was it.
Yeah, that's a lot more.
No,
me.
it just seemed like he was like his like mannerisms and the way he was doing the voice. Like it felt like he was giving like Pat energy. It wasn't the same George Santos that he normally does.
I mean, there's so much in the world we could pick from that I don't love this anymore. Like he had his moment in the sun, and now just because
He's out of prison.
I know. Just
You're
'cause
talking about Bowen Yang.
No, I'm talking. Wow. No, just because George Santos has made headlines again, I don't know that it's worth bringing this back. Again, when there's just so many other things on the table you could do.
Agreed.
It's fine. I mean, but I'm never gonna say no to Bo and Yang doing anything.
But I didn't have any good laughs on this one.
But it wasn't as again. I use the words diminishing returns a lot, and this is one of those things where it's like
I did like though the fact that he had stole Colin's wallet and then
I know that's
and
funny.
the pictures.
Yeah.
It's like my angels.
So that's a good turn,
Yeah.
and I do like when they do stuff like that. And clearly, I guess so. The other thing I do like about this is Colin Jost didn't write a lot of what he was saying.
Right.
You could just see that he's reading it like for the first time.
Well, maybe I don't know. I think sometimes he
Or
just
just playing it up. But
yeah,
either
well,
way.
that and also I think sometimes like just when he says it, like he realizes just what he's
Damn it.
doing. Yeah,
But no, either way, it comes across brilliantly. Like he's
Yeah.
he's very talented at performing that line, especially if he's heard it before. But a lot of it, I hope, is just like kind of like what Bill Hader used to read and John Mulaney used to kind of throw in stuff on Stefan.
Yeah, of course.
to kind of trip him up a little bit. I still think there's a little bit of that here, but
Maybe.
not all of it.
yeah.
But I will rescind what I said before because I forgot what the second one was until I just read it.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
Yeah, no, this is really, really good. Two people who just hooked up, played by Andrew Smukes and Ashley
So
Padilla, stopped by Weekend Update to discuss the government shutdown. Ashley Padilla is having her moment right now on the SNL subreddit. People are just in love with her.
As well, they should be.
She's crushing it. Yeah.
And
I'm starting to have a crush too.
Stop.
Oh, look at you.
She's pretty.
Stop.
And funny.
And I think she likes me.
Oh my god.
Okay. I thought this was hilarious, and those two together, particularly Dismukes and Ashley Padilla, had a great chemistry in this.
The chemistry was palpable. They were
Yes.
they were so good at doing just like the little like the way they look at each other like, are we doing this? Like it's every time they got back into that mode of like where they're having like a meet cute again was hilarious.
Yeah, this is one thing that Ashley Padilla has that I think we don't talk enough about this, but the patience for a performer like this is so hard, and she is so patient with her comedy, and she allows just a look to be the funny thing, and it comes across every time she hits it. She's got it kind of to it, and she's so good.
And so what is it? Five? What is this? Is 5 for 5, Brad? Is that what it is now?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Is, the Democrats don't want to get married? Is that what it is?
You said it. I didn't.
Cool. Yeah, that's not an argument I have.
I guess it kind of works because you also lie a lot, like George Santos.
No, it was great, man. Like the door thing is just so.
Well,
funny.
and honestly,
It
too,
was very clever, very clever.
Well, like the word play and back and forth of like tying it to the Republicans and Democrats like worked on so many different levels too. Like it really did.
Yep.
Like feel like they came up with a bit that was like really sharp satire in addition to being funny because of the character.
Yes. Yeah, because you could a lot of times you get one or the other.
Yeah.
But this was both. It was really, really well done. So kudos to Ashley Padilla and Andrew Disputation, and obviously whoever else helped them write this or wrote this for them.
All right, moving on past Weekend Update. Murder press briefing. A homicide detective played by Miles Teller takes questions from reporters regarding a recent string of murders. This had James Austin Johnson, Bowen Yang, Sarah Sherman, Andrew Smukes, Jeremy Collane, Tommy Brennan, Veronica Slowakowska, Ashley Padilla, and Ben Marshall in it. Brad, let's start with you. What did you think of this one?
This one I thought was really funny, and this was another one where I was like, audience, what are you doing? This is great.
This was deceptive because the audience wasn't laughing, and I'm going, I thought that was kind of funny.
I think they finally got into it in the back half because they gave one moment from Ashley Padilla like a really like surprise reaction where they like laughed really hard and clapped because it was hilarious.
She went crazy.
Yeah,
That's the turning point of the sketch.
Yeah,
and
that
it
was awesome. But yeah, the escalation was there. This is the kind of sketch that I love to see Dismukes so dedicated to with his like just deadpan
He had to be a
seriousness.
part writer for this one, I'm going to guess.
I would hope so. And this felt like a 10-to-1 sketch too.
Yeah. Well, and also, Ben, you're a big fan of Gargoyle.
Oh, I love Gargoyle. I love the nuance so much where they're like they're having the debate. Wait a minute, this is a gargoyle that comes to life, not a girl that becomes a gargoyle. Yeah. And I love that little idiosyncrasy of the whole thing. And they start getting into it. The fact that gives James Austin Johnson and Miles Teller nothing to do, basically, it turns it, and I think it's funny. I just don't think the audience knew what to do.
Yeah, I agree. It really is just a hilarious sketch, and like the way that it builds and builds on the concept of Gargoyle and how he's talking about the evolution of the character and
how he refers to himself.
Right.
He just keeps giving himself more
local author.
And then it ends with like what does he call himself at the end? Like it's something where renowned whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's really stepping up there. But I love,
this
great escalation.
As soon
really,
as
really
I
funny.
saw this, I'm like, this has to be a Disney sketch
it was so
because
good. I really
there was such interesting humor in this that I absolutely.
I feel like you're gonna get some pushback online. Like, I don't get it, and it's like, well, that's not for you then. Fine, but this is a very, very well crafted bit.
If you don't like it, you're a dumb fudge.
Hey, whoa, oh. He said fudge, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
All right. Our final sketch of the night, Italian restaurant date. Two flirtatious waiters, played by Miles Teller and Marcelo Hernandez, interrupt a couple's romantic date night at the finest Italian restaurant in Nebraska, I think. This also had Chloe Feynman, Mikey Day, and Kenan Thompson. Ben, I'll start with you. What'd you think of this one?
I was like, all right, okay. And then when Kenan Thompson comes and gets right into Mikey Day's face, I freaking lost it.
Whoa! Hey, okay. This is a family show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can't just come in here with your filth, flarn, filth.
Okay, easy Smurfs.
Jeez.
I lost my mind. I laughed so hard because he got so close to him. And he just like, I thought you were going to be Italian. Like, that was making me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Even though the first part, I think they were just like, oh, Miles Teller can do an Italian accent, so we're going to do something with that.
Well, this one
didn't get me, actually.
Do you remember the sketch with Kirstie Alley, I think it is?
And Adam Sandler?
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler, and it's who else is it? Rob Schneider, I think. Yeah, and they're
do you like it the juice?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's felt like exactly like that.
Exactly.
Just with a slightly different Italian approach.
Yeah.
I
got that immediately.
I did like the salad throwing.
Was that
was
La Cantoria?
I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, from the 1993 episode, probably.
But yeah, it gets very sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
But yeah, this one, I agree with you. I think Kenan was the thing that like made
me laugh.
Yeah, at least it worked a bit.
It didn't go on too long either.
No, it almost felt like they kind of cut it short because I don't know if Marcelo was supposed to throw the salad again because he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because the one more got me. Though.
But yeah, it felt like it ended suddenly, and maybe there was a little bit more there that they could have done. Also, I don't know, was Marcelo Hernandez missing the rest of the night?
Yeah, he just didn't get.
Because when he popped up, I was like, oh yeah, he's on the show.
He's in the cast. Yeah.
Yeah, this did feel like okay. And I wasn't upset at it because the episode by and large was a great episode, but this was clearly for me the worst sketch of the night. It felt like a throw in at the end. It felt. I read somebody on the SNL subreddit said this felt like ChatGPT could have wrote this, and I don't know if it's that bad, but it did feel a little bit just okay.
It's a decently basic premise, obviously, and it's one they've definitely done before because we've seen. Clearly since 93 they've been doing stuff like this, but at the same time, like Mikey Day pulls it together, Marcelo throwing the extra salad, Kenan doing what Kenan does. I still laughed, so I'm not gonna say it's bad.
I was amused by it, but yeah, I agree that it's probably the worst sketch of the night.
All right, that was the episode. Before we get into our final two questions, I want to say a little bit or ask you a little bit about an overview. Would you say this is the best episip of the season so far?
I think so.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
from top to bottom. I think this is the best one.
Yeah, maybe. I think if anything, just because I know you guys were pretty lukewarm on Domingo, that's probably like what makes this one better because it doesn't feel like there was like a downright bad sketch, and maybe there was like a little more duds in Sabrina Carpenter's episode. Even though I love that episode overall,
I think your average sketch in this episode being the litmus test means that this is the best episode, even though maybe they weren't they didn't have the highest highs that the other episodes did consistently. This was above the average for sure.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think like you said earlier, Ben, this was going in and you're 3 or 4 or 5 sketches in and you're going,
this is what SNL should be.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
It's like, I'm like, oh, if people watched it all the time and it was like this, they'd be like, oh, well, I get it.
And the cold open didn't embarrass us.
No,
it wasn't bad. It was actually really good.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed it. And so
then I'll go all the way back to say I stupidly was down on the first couple of episodes and not giving a lot of grace to the new writers and and didn't remember, that they have to do much more than write. It's like they have to, okay, you need to deliver that there and you're going to stand here. And this is kind of how you're directing the sketch a little bit as well. So now maybe this does mean everybody's kind of finding their footing, understanding how the process works. And we're really going to have a very special season. Maybe. I hope so. I really do.
Maybe.
I'm excited. This is a great episode.
It was.
I want to say, you said it was a big deal. I want to go back to something you said earlier because I did look this up. You said it was a big deal that Miles Teller got to say live from New York at Saturday night.
Yeah.
This is the second time he's gotten to say that on the show.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Wonder what was the cold open when he hosted?
If you remember right, you guys probably don't remember.
Oh,
this.
it's the
You're not
sports
guys.
show. Yeah.
It was Peyton Manning, and he got to say it on that.
Yeah.
So, but it did feel very special when he said it, though. But isn't that crazy?
I mean, it typically is.
He's hosted twice, and he's been in the cold open twice, and he's got to say that twice, which is a pretty big deal.
Pretty big deal for old Miles Teller.
Pretty big deal.
All right, let's go. Let's start with the MVP. Who did you think was the MVP of this episode?
Actually, I think the MVP is a twofer because it needs to be Andrew Dismukes and Ashley Padilla because they were great in 3 sketches together. And on top of the weekend update bits. So.
Okay.
You're going to just break the rules. Okay. Did you have a favorite that Dismukes was in?
Definitely the murder press conference.
So why not just Dismukes then?
Because Padilla was great in that sketch too.
But who was better? We do MVP, not MVPs.
No, Ashley Padilla and
We're going to do like
Dismukes.
a male and a female MVP.
I picked them both because they're together and they're a team and they're married now.
They're married now. I'm going to give this one to Dismukes.
Is there the same thing?
I think that Padilla was excellent in that sketch, but Dismukes was that sketch, and I think that if they get co-collaboration credit for the weekend update bit, I think just Dismukes overall was my guy this week.
Yeah, I was going to give it to Dismukes as well. I did think. I know we didn't talk about him a ton. I thought Ben Marshall had a very good. Yeah. Ashley Padilla had a good episode. Obviously, she's just consistent now. It is funny. You lose Ego and you lose Heidi. These consistent performers, and I was a little nervous about especially with the female cast, who was going to really fill in well
and
here. And she is stepped up.
Already Slowakowska as well.
Yep, exactly.
Has been in multiple things.
Veronica Slowakowska was in 4 or 5 sketches.
Yeah. So she's not a slouch whatsoever.
No one said she was. Calm down.
So she's not a slouch, Brad. Quit calling her a slouch.
All right. What was your sketch of the night?
For me, I think I'm gonna go with the murder press conference sketch.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Missing Wives docuseries. I thought that was hilarious. Like I said, that was a sketch that I shared with people. I sent it out to people. I'm like, this is really funny. You got to see this. And I just loved how they crafted that. I loved the escalation of it. It was just really good. What did you think, Ben?
I think that I'm gonna go with Property Brothers.
Really?
I really I respect how hard that is to come together, and especially the twinning thing was just really impressive. And then on top of that, it was very funny, and it's again, I think it speaks to what SNL can be great, and not just good at, but great at. It's real political satire in the moment of something that just happened with good set design, with good tech. I mean, it all came together, all fired on all cylinders. So I think that I'm going to give it to that one.
Yeah.
Here's how you know it was a good episode. We picked 3 different sketches for our sketch of the night, and I think all of them are worthy.
I could say the same thing for the murder press conference. It's that good. Man, these things are. This is what SNL should be. Yeah. It really it is a testament to the show.
All right, we'd love to know what you think. Who is your MVP of the night, and what was the sketch of the night? If you're listening on Spotify, you can comment there, or YouTube, or just come to our Facebook or our Twitter page.
Just come over.
Or just stop by Ben's, and
come
you can record in the studio as well.
Yeah, but be careful. What you want to make sure you not, because you definitely don't want to catch him.
Don't make a predator joke here. It's just I see it coming.
I was going to make a predator joke.
Okay, start over. What are you going to say?
I was going to say you don't want to catch him flogging his log.
Flogging his vlog? I have a vlog?
I can't say log because it makes it too sexual.
Oh, you're just still watching your tongue?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
weird.
We have another new episode next week that we'll record. Who's the host?
That's
Nikki,
Monica Lewinsky. Is
So-
it not?
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
When you think of like punchlines,
Yeah.
do you ever
Out of
think
the
of like,
comedy
do you
word.
think of the consequences? Do you think, oh yeah, this is going to be
no,
a hit?
no,
Yeah.
no.
No, we can tell.
I regret that one.
Uh-huh.
Does that help?
No, it's almost like you're like you just like show up and you just like spray your fire hose all over, even though there's no fire.
Let me ask you a
All right,
question.
it's not Monica Lewinsky. It's Linda Tripp.
Brad, let me ask you a question. Does it bother you that more people have complained about the language you use than the jokes that Ben has used?
It bothers me that anybody complains about the language when you've got just a bump on a log over here, just throwing jokes at a wall
I'm
like
sorry.
like a kid with a dirty diper,
I'm
and like
sorry.
clean up my mess.
It's a
like
bump-
this is what Ben's
It's a
doing.
bump on a vlog, and you know it. Don't laugh. motherfucker.
I don't like it, but I
yeah.
respect it. Nikki Glazer is hosting
Yes,
her
for the
first
first time.
Yeah, she's a big stand-up comedian. She tours all over the place.
Hostess of the Roastess, man.
Yeah, she is. She's very funny. She can be a bit raunch, so wondering how it's going to work out on the old SNL stage, but we know that she can do it. She's a professional.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
really, really funny.
You guys obviously watch a lot of stand-up specials. Nikki Glazer, what's your favorite stand-up special of hers?
Paula Poundstone.
Well, that's not. Is it, Nikki Glazer did a special called Paula Poundstone?
Yeah, it's she does an impression the entire time.
Wow.
Wears a big wig. What's a favorite special of Nikki's?
Yeah, no, I don't know that I can name exactly what they're called.
Her HBO special is pretty good.
She's got Nikki Glazer, Good Clean Filth.
I think that's the one.
And then Nikki Glazer in 2019, she did Bangin' on Netflix. She did one on Apple TV and Prime, or no, this is probably just released privately. Perfect, and then she has an upcoming one on Hulu as well, which I assume she's
There to promote.
there to promote. But I've seen her more.
I've just seen her on roasts.
As I say, I've seen less of her stand up. I've seen clips of her stand up, but I've seen more of her roasts. I feel like that's kind of her bread and butter.
It
She
is.
does
Yeah.
Also,
incredible work
I've
there.
not only seen her roast, but then I've listened to a lot of podcasts.
Yep.
Where she was on there talking about the roasts. Like I do really like those specific episodes where they like, oh, we're gonna have two people on that just did the roast of so and so, and then they talk about what was cut,
Yeah.
and what they couldn't do, what the parameters were. Like that kind of inside baseball stuff is what I'm really into, and she's brilliant. And I think that a lot of times, if she could say what she really wants to say, it would be so much funnier.
Oh, yeah.
But there are these real handcuffs that these, obviously they put on. But yeah, I'm very excited to see. Do you think that they're going to do some form of a roast sketch, Brad?
I don't think so.
Is she
Is she
gonna-
well known enough for that they would maybe try to do that?
I just don't know what the setup for it would be. Like what do you roast? It's.
Lauren Michaels.
I think maybe the funniest thing to do is if they did like an old timey roast of someone from like a long time ago or something
would
like
be
that.
nice.
That could be interesting.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that there's elements to that they could do. We'll see. As well, we are working on a transition for this podcast as well. We're hoping to add some video elements to this. I know a lot of
Not
people,
feet stuff though. So calm down.
a lot of people have asked, what does Brad look like? They want to see Brad's junk. You can go to Instagram for that, but they want to see what we look like and, just kind of gaze upon our faces.
Yeah. To be clear, for those who don't know, I run an Instagram where I post about junk food. I don't wave my coin purse around,
But he also does that.
but I don't take pictures of it.
Well,
Yeah, it's my,
just video.
It's an only Brad.
So hopefully, will we say,
Stop talking.
are we willing to commit to hopefully by 2026 we'll have that?
Are you trying
Yeah.
to sell us a timeshare?
Are you willing to commit right now? Yes, Nate, I am willing to commit right now that yes, as you can see in our lovely podcast studio right now, we are getting the electrical is currently being rewired down here.
The crickets are gone.
Yeah, because the lights are here. It's actually very bright down here now. So we're a quarter way through the remodel down here, and we'll get it going.
As
Yeah.
the podcast grows, we hope you continue to grow with us. We're going to offer more of that stuff for you. But help us out by sharing this. If you know of anybody that likes SNL, share the podcast with them. Comment, like I said, in all the different places, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, X. You can go to our website and also submit an audio for us to listen to. We'd love to know your opinion as well.
Yeah.
And
If you have any spare shekels lying around, you can also send them to me.
Oh, boy. Can we cut all that?
all right. We'll be back next week.
I'm the editor.
Oh shit.
if you want to listen to us outside of this, we've got one more episode of this threesome here.
Calm down. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Of this threesome episodes.
Even worse somehow.
In this threesome.
What are you doing?
This pod bang.
All of this is wrong.
And then we'll go back to our Go Flix Yourself podcast, which is our original podcast. If you like movies and funny bits and just kind of
sell them, Nate.
Looking
Sell
at
them hard.
Brad's junk.
Be like funny bits.
Yep.
Come on down.
The climax of this podcast is really disappointing.
Oh boy. What's the opposite of a crescendo in music?
I was gonna say a burst load.
Hey Nate, why did you go and take us out?
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back next week with the Nikki Glazer episode. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Bye-bye.